Hey Bills Mafia, we're celebrating Women's History Month by highlighting the wonderful women of Buffalo who are connected to the Bills in various ways. Today we're at Stitch Buffalo, a great organization that brings people together through textile arts. I'm here with the Executive Director of Stitch, Dawne Hoeg, to tell us more about this wonderful place. What was the inspiration to start something like Stitch Buffalo?
The inspiration was really to bring women together from around the world that live here in Buffalo and give them the opportunity to use their skills that they have and to earn an income to help support their family.
Why did you want to have Buffalo be a place where people can come together from all throughout the world, like you say?
Because the people are here, we have a large refugee and immigrant population here in Buffalo that bring a tremendous asset to the city, and I was trying to really connect women like myself and women that I was seeing in my commute to and from Buffalo State College as a teacher there. And so it was really trying to unite different communities that I was experiencing and bring them together, all with the creativity as the foundation.
How do you see creativity uniting people in this way?
It's endless. Like, it's amazing how people can come together in creative moments and not share a language, but work through how to help somebody, how to create something, how to sew something, how to operate a machine, and also just really bridging and breaking down different religions and different political beliefs, all with the development of expression and creative expression.
I'm getting a sense of family as you're speaking about people coming together from different places who may not have the same values or who have different languages that they speak, but you can unite on something like the beautiful art you create in this space. Why did you see a need to bring these women together, these refugee women who wanted to connect?
So Stitch Buffalo, the creativity is founded in the textile arts. Every culture around the world has a textile art discipline, whether they're making ceremonial clothes, they're making clothing for just their families, their home decor. You know, we think of it as home decor, but for other cultures it's something different. So there's basket making, there's dyeing, there's weaving, there's tailoring. It exists everywhere in the world, and that's really the connection here with the women, and bringing that community together was where we began. Many refugee women experience isolation when they come here and get resettled in a new country. The children are in the educational system. The men or the husband, if they make the trip, are put into some kind of work, and the women don't have those same opportunities. And so Stitch Buffalo helps fill those gaps in supporting with language learning, supporting with skill training, supporting with understanding of our financial system, and really getting the preliminary steps involved of becoming a new citizen here in America.
So Stitch Buffalo does so much more than house wonderful women who get to create textile arts. You're also immersing women in a new culture and teaching them, here's how we do things here, here's how you can weave your culture into our culture. How do you see these ladies grow and develop once they come through a place like this?
Yeah, I love weave your culture into our culture, because that's exactly what we do here. And women are, we give them the supplies for free and the training for free, and then they infuse that training and those supplies with their culture. And so when you walk into our space, you're really walking into this world of textiles and different expressions from around the world. The importance to the financial empowerment is that it's an opportunity for women to contribute to the family, and then also understand what it means to have a bank account and how to utilize that in different ways.
When you walk into Stitch Buffalo, you're hit by all of these colors as you walk around the space, and I think it's so beautiful as the sun shines through these windows. What are some of the textile arts that people can see and purchase in your space?
They can see, we have a whole array of small gifts, pins, ornaments, things like that, but we also do custom garments and like made-to-measure dresses. We do embroidered jean jackets like the one I'm wearing. We do alterations and repairs, and then we have some weaving as well. So we have home decor. So it's really the whole span of all different kinds of possibilities as far as garments or gifts or necessary repairs and things like that.
As women integrate themselves in this culture and as you get to learn about other cultures, how do you see the ladies in this space lifting each other up in various ways?
Yeah, it's amazing. So one of the stories I like to share back in our small scale manufacturing, where there's 3 main industrial sewing machines in the back area. We have one woman from Afghanistan, one woman from Burma, and one woman from Pakistan. And they are sisters. They just melt together in a really beautiful way, even though the language can be difficult, but they have a real sense of humor around the work that they're doing and the shared space that they have. And then we have a large volunteer group that comes and helps, and they weave into helping with the refugee women in ways that maybe Stitch Buffalo can't, and just because we don't have the capacity to. And so the volunteers from our community in Buffalo come in and can help support in that way as well. So we're uplifting each other. And then just my staff is amazing. I mean, they uplift me. They come and they're all excited to work in days that I'm overwhelmed. So it's really women in all different levels and all different ages and all different genders and races, and we just and support each other by that.
This place started in 2014 and it's grown in so many different ways. Now you have a beautiful space where people can come shop and people can come work. How have you grown and learned from these ladies?
Every day I grow and learn with compassion and understanding. And I think one good story is when I really understood that there are women traveling from North Buffalo by bus to come here to get a sewing machine so they can sew for their families, and they're taking them 2 hours to get here. And just having that, I've never had to do that. I've never had to bus just to cross the city this way and to get the supplies important to help my family. And so when I learned what that journey was like just here in our city, it just opens my heart. You know, like, how can I not help anybody that walks in this door that's made this journey just in our city, let alone across the world, in my smallest way that I possibly can, which is with a sewing machine and fabric and skill training. So that's pretty powerful, and that's just in the daily rhythm of the uplifting of myself. And then that's just like the transformation of being an individual artist and craftsperson myself into really honing in the skills to support a community organization and getting the mentoring I need. It can be a lonely place, and being able to connect with other women in the city that can help support me in those times.
It's amazing that you've created something as special as this, and it's easy to be on your daily commute and see people and see that maybe there's a need for something like this in this space, but to just continue on with your life, and you decided to do something about it and help out a population who needed it. Where does that heart come from?
It comes from a long journey, a long personal journey. And then also in 2014, when I started Stitch Buffalo Community Workshops, we were not a nonprofit. There was no intention to start a nonprofit. In 2017, those workshops had grown to servicing over 90 women in a drop-in community workshop that I just stopped one day and thought, this is so much more. This can be so much more. And so I took that on. And so here we are, 2025 in this new space. Yeah, we moved in this new space in April, and our growth has just been 3 times the scale of what we were operating out of just a year ago. And so trying to keep up with that capacity growth, yes.
One thing that's also great that you can do is when you can tie a brand like Stitch Buffalo to another brand like the Buffalo Bills, and you have something called the Water Buffalo hat. And I want to ask you about that. So let's bring this Water Buffalo hat into frame. So this is the Water Buffalo hat. Bills on the front and a little bit of Sabres love on the back. What was the inspiration to create something like this? Because you see this at games. We see fans wearing these Water Buffalo hats all the time, and even players have gotten presented the Water Buffalo hat and get to become a part of the Water Buffalo community.
So Therese Fortin Barnes is the designer of the hat. She's the owner of the Water Buffalo Club 716, and when she was ready to launch this idea into market, she really had a strong passion to keep it local, have the hats here made local. She's a longtime Buffalonian. And so she came to Stitch Buffalo in our small space on 1215 Niagara and said, what do you think? Can you do this? And I said, we can do it. And at that time we had, I don't know, like one industrial sewing machine and really limited space to make this happen. But we did some training, and the 3 seamstresses that continue to make the hats today were in that training program. And I just give Therese, it's such a pleasure working with her, and my heart is just so captured by her strong desire to keep this local and really supporting our mission and supporting the women that make these hats. And then, we're creative textile arts women, and the Buffalo Bills roll in here, and we're like, what? How does this work? And it's just been a phenomenal experience. We went to our first game this fall with the women that make the hats as well. And during season Friday, everybody's go Bills. And so just to be woven into that in the small way that we are is really, it's just exciting. I love being part of it.
Dawne, you walk into the space, and I think the first thing I felt is empowered, getting to see all these women working on something, getting to see the beautiful colors and the beautiful things that you guys create. What is your hope for women during Women's History Month and beyond? My
hope is that we continue to support and connect each other and uplift each other, and continue to rise for equality, and that our rights remain stronger than ever and continue to grow. And I think that we are a powerful species and capable of doing many, 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 many things. And so in the support of each other, we can do that. I think if anybody is looking for somebody to help them, connect them to other people, look no further than Dawne Hoeg, the Executive Director of Stitch Buffalo, because you have connected people across the world, like you say. Thank you so much for taking the time to tell us about this beautiful space and all the wonderful things you've done for the women around Buffalo. Thank you, Maddie.